everyone, glad to have you back on my channel, All Things Beautiful. I am Savitri and today I am going to tell you how you can spruce up your kitchen wall with some simple decoupage products. So the first product that we are going to be doing is a MDF kitchen board. You can get it in many suppliers and online too. I will put the link in my description box. If you don't have access to MDF board, you can always do it on a cardboard or any other material or any other surface like a pan or a metal or a plastic or anything. So I will be doing some image transfer technique on this board. So first I'm painting the board in a light color, a beige color. Now I have selected few pictures from the internet which depict some kitchen stuff, and I have taken a laser printout of those. This picture has some wordings on it. It says spice up your life. So I have taken a reverse image, like a mirror image of the mirror printout of the image. And I also have this other design. I'm going to make this board into a vintage board. So I have that design I thought will go well with this brown background. So I'm using this instant image transfer gel from Itsy Bitsy from Little Birdie brand. This is very good if you want to instantly transfer images. You can also use a decoupage glue, but that has to sit overnight or at least for 24 hours. So now I am putting the gel on the right side of the image. Make sure that you apply the gel generously. There should not be any space without this image transfer glue. What I do is I also put a layer of the glue on the surface. Now put a plastic sheet and just press it down in an outward direction so that you will remove any bubbles. Do the same thing for the other design as well. And this image transfer is instant. When I say instant, it just takes a drying time of say 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and you'll be done. You can either naturally dry them or you can also use a hair dryer to dry it faster. So once it is completely dry, just dab a sponge in some water and dab the surface wherever you have done the transfer or pasted the paper. Just wet the surface, not too much water. You just have to wet the surface all over. So what happens in image transfer is that the gel actually prints the colored image onto the surface, and we will be taking off the white paper. So once you dab the image, just rub your fingers in a circular motion over the paper, very gently, not too hard, because if you're going to do it hard, the paper will peel away. So gently roll your fingers over the image. This will remove the white paper, and what will be left is just the image that you wanted. Do the same thing for the other one. If you want a detailed tutorial of the image transfer technique, you can check my other tutorial on my channel. I will give the description below as well. I will give the link in the description box. And once you're done with the peeling of the white layer, you have to apply a generous amount of your decoupage glue over the image. What this will do is, number one, it will remove the haziness or the cloudy look from the image, and it will also seal your image so that you don't accidentally put some paint or anything. You can just wipe it off. I'm just doing the same thing for the other top image as well, and sealing it completely with the glue. Now if you actually see, while I was rubbing my image, there were some places where the paper came off, so you can see the blank spaces. Nothing to worry, all you have to do is just blend them with the colors of the image. So I'm just using some browns and blacks and greens and some beige colors, and just going and giving a touch up and painting those areas. Now to blend the image with the board, I am just painting the sides also with some brown and black, and I'm also dry brushing the top of the board with the black brush. When I say dry brush, don't dip the brush in water or don't keep it wet. Just take very little amount of paint in your brush and wipe the excess on a tissue or something and just dry brush. And I, like I said, I want a very distressed vintage look, so I'm taking a sandpaper here and just rubbing over the paint that I did on the sides. So it gives me a very distressed look, not a very clear and crisp painted area. The paint comes off and it gives a nice antique distressed look. And I'm just touching up the spice up your life writings also, because it had come off while doing the image transfer. Now I would like to give some stenciling which will match the top. So here I go and give some stenciling with a cream color. So now you can see that the whole printout has kind of come together with the board. You know, you don't see a space where the paper started or the board started. So it's kind of come together and blended well with the distress and the stenciling work. And that's the final stenciled work that I have done. It looks really beautiful and quite distressed. I am happy with the finish. Now I'm putting a coat of varnish. I use a water-based varnish. It is from Asian Paints. It's called the Aquada PU varnish. I will give the link in the description box. And once you do the varnish, just leave it overnight for it to dry. And I have these small miniature spoon, fork and knife cutouts with me. Those are MDF cutouts. So I'm painting them in red and I'm going to stick them on top. It's just an accent. You can do anything. You can maybe tie some jute rope around the neck or put some flowers or whatever you want. This is just for some idea. You can do according to what you like. The next is again a decoupage project. I'm using this tissue paper. I really like it. Some chilies which will give a very Indian feel. And I have taken a mason jar kind of a board that I had. I've been having it with me. And I'm doing a simple decoupage. I have painted the base in white. And then I am pasting this tissue over the mason jar. That's it. I really like this chilies with the blackboard kind of effect, and there is also a stamp like a seal thing. So I am not doing anything beyond that in this project. Just remove the excess paper using a sandpaper and give a coat of decoupage glue to seal, and then once it dries, remove the excess with a sandpaper and then seal it with a final varnish coat. The third project is an MDF board. Again, I'm going to be giving a distressed look here. I'm going to write something on it. So I am painting my base with a green color. Once the green is completely dry, I'm taking a candle and just rubbing the candle wherever I want the distress look, and then over that I'm giving a lighter color, a beige color. So when I rub it with the sandpaper, the green will show from underneath. So that's the effect I want, because I already have a clock on my wall which is kind of a greenish color, so I just wanted to match with it. So let this thing completely dry, and then I will be taking a sandpaper and rubbing over. So what happens here is wherever I have put the candle, the color will kind of peel, the top layer will peel, and it will show the bottom color layers. You can actually see the green. Again, if you want a detailed tutorial of distress work, you can look into my other tutorial on my channel. I will be linking it in the description box. I just wanted some nice quote to be up on the wall, so I am writing this quote, "Give us this day our daily bread," and I am doing a freehand writing. If you can't do a freehand writing, please write it with a pencil and then you can go over with paint. I'm using paint here. If you want, you can also use a permanent marker or a Posco marker or anything. And also I'm dry brushing the corners with some brown again, just to give it that distressed look and vintage look. And just to bring it all together, since I have the base as green, I'm doing some stenciling with green, and also some stamping with my script stamp, just a little bit. The stenciling and stamping, what it does is they just bring all the elements of your project together. If you have writings and decoupage and different stuff, it brings it together. And the space at the bottom, just to match with the other board, I'm giving that creeper kind of a nice Victorian kind of stenciling there at the bottom with the brown color. I am done with this board. Now I will just, once everything dries, I will just go ahead and give it a coat of varnish. Just to enhance that vintage distressed look, I am taking a watered down brown paint, just mixing water with a paint and painting it around the edges and dabbing the excess. When you do this, just blend it with your brush, and if there's any excess, you just dab it. It has to be a very watered down paint, and that's when it gives this effect. And quickly dab it, otherwise the paint will stay. So yeah, this is done, and I'm again giving a coat of my Aquadar water-based varnish and let it dry completely. The next projects, I just took two laddles, the wooden laddles that I don't use, and I've just stenciled with maroon so that it will match with the other things. I'm really sorry I lost the video for this. And also I took a board and wrote these lines which says if you empty it, you fill it, and so on. That was just a simple writing. This actually, my daughter wrote this thing: if you empty it, fill it, and stuff. It was a simple board. And so yeah, here it is, a nice image transfer board, a simple decoupage, and some laddles with some stenciling, and a board with some quotes and stuff that you want on your wall. And there you go, my plain kitchen wall just turned so beautiful. And I also put a little plant on the side in a container, so it looks absolutely beautiful, guys. You have to try it. These are very, very simple. Hope you like this tutorial. If you have any doubts, you're always welcome. You can give a message to me and I will respond to you. Please do subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much. Bye bye.